Hello there, this is Cindy at cindybdesigns.com. Thank you for joining me today. This is a project on the right that we will be making, and this is November 2020 paper pumpkin of Jolly Gingerbread. And I'm going to show you how to make this treat box that you're seeing right now. Do not forget to subscribe by December 10th for the December 2020 paper pumpkin kit. Very comfortable. So that is what we are looking like. You get 15 of the gift card holders I'm showing you there, 3 of each. I made 9 total because I need 9. And you have a backing there. That's what they look like. You can attach that gift tag to the glue dots on that tag there. There's a place to put to from. I grabbed my tags that didn't have that, unfortunately, because they were on the top, but you can customize everything, and they are just the cutest things in the world too. And there's so much you can do with this kit, just like all of our paper pumpkin kits out there. And I also have a giveaway for you. I have another box of this kit right here. So I'm showing you everything that comes in the kit. Leave a comment on this blog post and on, underneath the YouTube description here, but all the adhesives are there that you need. That is a stamp set, and I will draw a winner next week on Tuesday, announce it on Wednesday. And again, that's photopolymer there. I really hope this is going to work out because I'm using new video editing software, and yeah, it has not been great. That is my leftover materials, including all those little candy dots from 9 of the gift card holders that I made. And out of that, we are going to be making another treat box. That is my sample right there, the first one that I made, but I wanted to tweak it just a little bit for this video to reflect that there are treats in this box and to help you put it together easier. Those are my leftovers that I have enough to make 3 treat boxes out of. And this month it comes in one of those beautiful paper pumpkin boxes that a lot of people are making gingerbread houses out of. So we got the candy dots, a couple of my houses, which I'm going to change out later on for my sentiment. This also comes with mint macaron tissue paper that I used for my stuffing on the inside of my box. That square is 3 3/8 square of cinnamon cider cardstock, and we are going to get started now for scoring and everything like that. I have brought in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to score that 3 3/8 square at a 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. And I'm using the guide on the right hand side of my Stampin' trimmer. And now I'm bringing in our paper snips, which are really cool. I have 2 pairs. One goes for sticky things, the other one goes for cutting. If you look real close there, I'm cutting like a little V-notch into the edges there where I scored, where there's like a little tab left over. And that is how we are going to build our box. And as you can see, I have beads on my cutting scissors. My other ones, which will show up later on in the video, no beads. That is how I tell the difference. And we have great, scissors as well. They're like super sharp. So I'm bringing in the tear and tape that you get in this kit. And I'm going to be putting that on all 4 sides, the long sides of our box, which is going to be our bottom of the tree that we're building. I forgot the one on the right, but I get back to it when I figured it out. And I'm putting little teeny tiny tabs of the tear and tape, or pieces of tear and tape, on our little tabs there that you see, which we will be folding in to go ahead and make the box. So anyhow, while I'm doing this, I really hope this works out because software is not my thing. So I'm burnishing down the tear and tape with my bone folder, and that's where I figure out, okay, I have to do that 4th side there. When you burnish it down, it just helps it keep it more secure. into your cardstock. It's like an insurance policy. So now I'm going to take everything I've scored and then burnish down those edges there with my bone folder on both sides, back and front, without overdoing it because I like crisp, clean folds on top of it. So in one of my little V's I cut, it was giving me grief because I didn't go all the way to the line there, as you can see, and I don't want that showing up on the outside of the box, which it eventually does, but I do fix it in the long run. So again, going around scoring to make everything just crisp and clean, like I like it. And this is going like really slow for me because I don't know this software. So yeah, hang in there. Pulled off the tear and tape. Now look how I'm folding it. You got to remember how much you cut off, and you can see by sight at the bottom of the box exactly where it's going to line up for you. And you're not pulling it in too tight or too loose to where your box bottom will be too large to fit inside the box, as in too loose, or too tight to where it's too small to fit inside the bottom of our house there. So that is what I did with that. You might want to use our adhesive glue there, our liquid adhesive glue, because I've already done this before, so that's why I use the tear and tape. So now I'm bringing in the tear and tape and the two houses I chose to build my little treat box out of, and I'm cutting it right now because I'm neurotic that way a little bit, because I want the entire strip covered with tear and tape that way. So I'm bringing in the Stamparatus, as I always do, to help me stamp out, it looks like, the tags that we are going to be putting on the front and the back. And this is where I decided to change it from the So Saffron labels or Calypso Coral labels to the Mint Macaron, because I wanted the treat sentiment to be able to fit on there. So I picked out a sweet treat for you that I'm using my Stamparatus as always to line the sentiment up on, pick it up on the door, and I'm going to put that down with early espresso ink, my little ink cube there that I got from another paper pumpkin kit because it was just easier for me to use. And I'm stamping out two of them because I want to put one on the front of the box and the other on the back to keep it cohesive. And sometimes I double stamp, other times I don't. That's what we're looking like. You know, it just depends on how everything turns out for me. So to move on, I'm pulling off my little painter's tape there, and I'm bringing in the tags that we're using on the front and back. If you look at the very top where the heart is, the top of the heart and the bottom, I'm centering on a bold line on my Stamparatus just to keep it straight and my bottom image straight. So when I bring in the back tag, it's all going to line up. So I'm using my magnet and painter's tape to keep that straight on the Stamparatus, and I'm inking that up with shaded spruce ink and rubbing that down real nice, and look at that beautiful lacy impression I get. So I'm moving on to the second tag there, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I heat set that real quick off screen, and then we have like the top portion of that to do. So I'm doing the same thing, lining everything up, and look how I'm placing that. I'm kind of hugging the bottom of the heart with that stamp there, the top part of it, and looking, making sure everything's cool first time around. And again, I will be inking that up with shaded spruce, putting it down gorgeous, right? And I will be doing that to our next tag as well. And again, I'm checking to make sure everything goes down, because I've gone through a good part of my supplies there. And don't forget, I have a giveaway for you of a brand new box. Yeah, skip intro. If you leave a comment here and on my blog post. So I'm putting Stampin' Dimensionals on the back, 2 on each sentiment panel there, and then 5 on the back. And I'm lining them up to where I'm not doing overkill, but it's not going to sag either. And you've seen me do my dimensionals like that, run my pokey tool down them. It helps release paper come off a lot easier. And I feel like I'm totally bottoming out on this video with new software and, okay, anyhow, I'm bringing in two of our houses with the So Saffron door, and I'm scoring them up, and they're just like that out of the paper pumpkin kit. And I think I showed you, yeah, I did, where to put adhesive on the side and how I changed. Look how perfectly they line up, and I'm being very careful with that. Just make sure, it goes. Using my bone folder, flipping it over again, pulling off the tape, and that is how simple it is to get our little box house there. And looking at the bottom, it fits right in. Again, you might want to use our liquid adhesive. I've already done this before, so I felt confident enough to go ahead and use the tear and tape. So I'm going to pull off the release paper from the tear and tape and pop it back up into our little house just like you saw. And I'm kind of crunching the edges of everything just a little bit to make sure everything gets up there without a wonky fit. And I'm using my bone folder to secure the insides. I'm pulling off the backing of our dimensionals, and I'm putting one on front there, getting it secured. I'm going to do the exact same thing for the back side. So again, don't forget to go to the link to my blog post here, leave a comment. Both places in the US is where my giveaway is good for, and I have a second one on top of it to get rid of my December 2019 paper pumpkin kit. This still has like a lot of materials left inside there, so yeah, 2 giveaways. Now I'm pulling into the So Saffron little candy dots. That's what I'm calling them. I'm putting one over both heart images, and then right there at the very top where nothing is on the side of the house. It just makes it really super cute and everything like that. That is the mint macaron tissue paper that comes in the kit. Wadded it up, putting it in. You're going to see me struggle because I do not do this good at all. Like, I can do paper, but I suck at gift wrapping. So I got 4 bags of candy and a box of candy canes at Aldi's, all for less than $10, which is a great deal to me. So I'm arranging everything in there, didn't work out, pulled everything back out, and I'm going to, restuff the candy, and I'm using that for more so the back of our box. And then I'm putting in like the front right now to make it all pretty, because you don't want to kill your presentation or anything like that. More candy, angling in the candy canes. These are great acquaintance gifts, gifts for kids, your neighbor kids, your next door neighbors, everything. And that is how simple it is to make. So I do want to thank you for joining me today. Again, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to this video. Please leave me a comment. And I hope that you join me back on Saturday for another video and the rest of this week for more projects, including paper pumpkins. So have a fantastic day, and I will see you again soon.